All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the US Open Day 1. And we've got Eala taking on Tauson. This is going to be interesting, this one. We haven't watched Eala for a few weeks because she didn't play Cincinnati and she lost early in Canada. She's been dealing with injuries last couple of weeks or last month or so. And she also keeps getting very tough opponents in the first round. Like, and today's no exception. She's playing one of the best players of the year. And since that epic final in Eastbourne where she had championship points and she lost, she's played Krejcikova, she's played Vondrousova, and now she's playing Tauson. So, yeah. And she won the first set in the Vondi and the Krejcikova match, but then she ended up losing the match in 3. So she has been good, but she just hasn't been able to put 2 matches together. And I don't think we can blame her considering who she's played. And this is by far, out of the 3 players she lost to in the last 3 matches, Tauson is by far the toughest she's got to play. So this is the hardest match she's had to play. The highest ranked opponent she's played since she played against Swiatek in Madrid as well. So again, very tough opponent. Very, very interesting to see how Eala can do. If she's not 100%, it's going to be really tough. But let's see, because she's the underdog. We know how well she played as the underdog in Miami. And then all the pressure's on Tauson. All the pressure's on her. She's had a great year, and she should win this match. So let's see if Eala can surprise. But how are we doing, chat? What's going on? Are we ready? Shelton's playing, by the way. He's up 2 sets to love. Also, Menchik beat Jarry, so there goes my upset prediction. It was pretty close, but I mean, it's so hard to pick an upset today. I don't think there's too many vulnerable seeds. By the way, Vondi is about to win. Speaking of, so there you go. She's about to get the win. We watched Raducanu win earlier today. I can't show the match, otherwise we'll get in trouble. Thanks for joining us. Rinderk Nish is up 2 sets to love against Bayana. Fernandez is up a set against Marino. So that's also happening as well. So there you go. It's all happening.
Let's go, Alex.
Hey, thank you, Anonymous, for the 5. Appreciate that. Let's go, Alex. It'd be a big win if she gets it, Eala. It'll be probably the biggest win she's had since that run in Miami. Like we said in the last match, you know, the how good Tauson's actually been this year, you know, and I'm not just saying that for the 3 people that don't like Eala and are still watching for some reason. It's like she is playing a tough player. Tauson has been very, very good this year. She's made a 1,000 final, which is obviously one of the biggest trophies of the season. She's won 33 matches, lost 17, but she's beaten Swiatek and Sabalenka. And she won the title in Auckland as well at the start of the year. You know, we know the final wasn't, she kind of got a little lucky with the final, but she did beat Keys that week, who then went on to win Australian Open. So she beat Keys, she's beaten Sabalenka, Swiatek, and Swiatek she beat in Canada a couple of weeks ago. So it wasn't that long ago. She lost in the semis to Osaka. She lost to Kudermetova last week, but Kudermetova went on a run, so that's not a bad loss. She lost to Swiatek at Wimbledon. She lost to Andreeva in Bad Homburg. She lost to Anisimova in Roland Garros. She lost to Andreeva in Rome. She lost to Sabalenka at the Australian Open. So again, and then she lost in the final of Dubai to Andreeva, and then she lost at Indian Wells to Andreeva. So she's lost to Andreeva 4 times this year, which is kind of shitty, but, you know, Andreeva's had a good year. But, yeah, so Tauson's having a great season. She's career high ranking right now, 15 in the world. Seems like she's just starting to figure it out. Her serve is one of the best on tour this year. She's hit, I think, second most amount of aces this year. So her serve is just a monster, which is going to be a big factor today, whether or not she does serve well. So she has served 301 aces, which is second behind Raducanu. She served 183 double faults, but she's still in the positives. She's won nearly 70% of first serve points. When she gets her first serve in, 70% of the time she wins the point. And she has broken So she's won 75% of service games in all 50 matches she's played. So again, crazy. Like she's having her serve is world class. So it's going to be tough for Eala. This is going to be tough. Eala can easily break Tauson's serve. The problem is, can Tauson break Eala weak serve? Well, I don't think Eala can break easily. I don't think that's true. But you're right. Eala's serve is definitely it can be a problem. So we'll see whether or not Eala's got to have to serve well. That's going to be a huge factor. She's got to serve well and not get broken, because I don't think Tauson's given away too many breaks. Eala's serve is going to have to be a weapon, and unfortunately, it hasn't been much recently. Yeah. Eala's serve is going to be a lot of pressure on that today. But look, the thing is, I know it was sounding like it's doom and gloom, but the pressure is on Tauson, right? Tauson is expected to win. She is the one who is supposed to win this match, and Eala's got nothing to lose. So maybe she does get broken, Eala, but maybe Tauson gets a little nervous on the serve, misses a few first serves. Maybe Eala with hit some great returns, which is part of the game that she's shown this year, that she can break serve a lot and she can be aggressive on the returns. So there is still hope there. There's a lot of pressure on Tauson to win this. And when I say pressure, it's not because Eala is the top player in the world, but a lot of people are watching this. There's a lot of eyeballs on this, so it might not be center court prime time against Coco Gauff, but it's still a lot of people watching this. A lot of people are focused on this, so there's a little pressure there for Tauson that the world, part of the world is watching. Also, I think Tennis Channel just did like a whole thing with Eala, like a whole I don't know. I didn't watch it because I don't have Tennis Channel, but I saw clips. I saw photos of it, some whole Eala things. So they're obviously pumping her up a bit again, which puts pressure on Tauson too, because she is playing the player that people are watching. It's gonna be interesting. I think Tauson will be relaxed. She wasn't scared of Swiatek. Yeah, but she wasn't the favorite against Swiatek. It's different. Here, she's the favorite. And she's expected to win. Eala needs 2 or 3 more years to be an all-round player. Has as many weaknesses. Look, this is her breakout season, right? It's not her first season, but she's definitely broken out this year, and it's her first. It's her first, her first real season, So, yeah, she will develop, in a year or two. She'll play the top players. She'll figure out what they do to beat her. She'll work on things that, those vulnerabilities. She'll come back. She'll play them again, see if it works. That's how she'll progress. I mean, she can't progress if she's not competing against the best players, but it'll be, Tauson, like I said, Tauson in 6 months to a year could be in top 10, right? So then this is a good match for Eala if she loses, is to learn, go, okay, well, what does she do that troubles me? And then how can I, beat her next time, right? So it's all about learning for Eala. Eala does have an issue on her shoulder as well, like a fitness issue. So we'll see whether or not that affects her. She's got her left shoulder, actually. She did have strapping on her right shoulder when we saw her play Canada. Sorry, she's left-handed. I'm an idiot. No, it was on the left side. Sorry, it was on the left side. It was on I forgot that she's left-handed. We haven't watched her for weeks. Yeah, so she's got strapping on her left shoulder, which is the arm that she plays. She's left-handed. I knew that, Chad. I'm a fan. All right, I'm not a fake fan. I knew that she was left-handed. All right, I just got confused. It's 4 a.m. I'm tired. I'm blind. But yeah, so she's got strapping, like she had strapping on her left shoulder in Canada. She's got a little bit of tape on her shoulder again. So we'll see if how it works and how she feels and how she looks. If Eala wins this, her confidence level will be sky high for a deep run. I mean, yeah, this would be a huge win. This would be a huge win if she gets it. Thanks, Dutchie. Yeah, I saw that. Not too much going on the outside courts on Tuesday, but that's okay. Center court's where it's at. We'll stay there. We'll stay in the middle. Crowd's going crazy, by the way. I tell you what. I know people don't like me talking about Fonseca and Eala, but people show up to their matches. Not just people show up to people are here, but like people go to the crowd, like in the crowd as well. There's a lot of people going to their matches. So they need to, I don't know if they need to put them on center court yet, because if they put them on center court, then, maybe people don't pay for those big tickets yet. But I tell you, you put them on the outside courts, they're going to have a lot of people watching. A lot of crowd. They're very, very popular. Eala is the junior champion from 2022 here. Yeah, exactly. Benefit of coming from popular countries. Hey, yeah. That's awesome. I mean, that's especially with Brazil's got a great tennis history, but Philippines don't. Philippines, I mean, you wouldn't be, I mean, it's pleasantly surprising how many people from the Philippines are watching tennis, like straight away, right? Maybe they've been watching the whole time, but because Eala wasn't like, top 100, maybe they were just kind of watching in the qualies and stuff. But yeah, I mean, huge. It's huge that a huge country getting involved in tennis, which is awesome. Brazil's always been around tennis, but now it has a reason to cheer again. Or a couple of reasons, Charles is going to serve first, by the way. We'll have a look at what else is going on around the world. Arlene.
Let's go, Alex Eala.
Thank you for the 5. Let's go. Vondi trying to win her match. Shelton's up a break in the 3rd. Fritz and Nava 5-all. I did say that was going to be close. Nava's a fiery guy. That could be tough for Fritz. Tough match. Could be a tough one. Did anyone else see the ridiculous highlights created by the US Open channel? They showed every point that Raducanu lost and the match point. No, I didn't. That's kind of weird, though. That is a strange highlight package. That doesn't seem like highlights are supposed to be the best part. It's not the worst. That's weird. Okay. We are almost ready to go. Almost ready. By the way, these two ladies are in the Sabalenka section. So one of these ladies might play Sabalenka in a 4th round at this tournament. Hey, Nemo, thank you for the 23 months. Okay. Here it goes. Here we go. Here we go. By the way, we got Djokovic coming up in about 5 hours. So that's fun. All right. Tauson to serve. Let's see what happens next. More so, let's see what Eala looks like, because Eala obviously has been struggling with injury. And unfortunately, she's playing someone who's red hot right now. Tauson serves next on the tee. That is exactly what I meant. It's 2 a.m. in the Philippines. Thank you all for staying up. You guys are legends. You're legends. We call you savages because anyone who stays up after midnight to watch tennis on a school night, on a night that you've got work tomorrow and you're staying up anyway, you are a real fan. That's a real fan right there. Just like all the real fans that are going to stay up and watch Djokovic later. Right? You're going to stay up, right? We're all going to stay up and watch Djokovic, right? Past midnight, Nole, right? Right? We're going to watch Nole. Call in sick tomorrow, don't worry about it. 40 love. Tauson less than a minute to start this match. As Tauson serves again. Into the forehand of Eala. Good return. Tauson gets it, but it's in the net. All right. 40-15. 40-15. Always matches my nap time. Okay. All right, 40-15. Oh, it's a holiday in the Philippines on the Monday. Nice. Well then, even better. Still, it's not easy to stay up late, so thank you. 40-15. All right, Tauson holds, one love. All right. Okay. As the other backhand into the forehand of Tauson. Tauson in net. 15 love. By the way, a lot of Filipinos in the chat. In the house, sorry, in the crowd, and probably in the chat. In the crowd, though, it's a very Eala supported stadium. They're loving her right now. I did a forehand rally. Now backhand from Eala down the line's a winner. Okay. All right, that's the game she's got to play. 30 love. 30 love. $30 love. I'm going to fault second serve. Second serve. Who wins here? I said Eala in 3. Especially because of the way she was playing before. Double fault, 30-15. As with a backhand from Eala into the forehand of Tauson. Tauson in the net, 40-15. Now, Chad, I looked up whether or not these two had played in the juniors because they are a similar age. They have not played in juniors. Yet they both had very good junior careers. I think they were 1 year apart. So maybe Eala was when Tauson was like had just, I guess, gotten to the WTA. Eala started to play really well. So I think maybe that was a possibility. But yeah, never faced before. Never played each other before. As that goes out by Eala. 40-30. All right, and Eala holds. Nice hitting. No worries, Deb. I just got your message. Thank you. That's all right. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I'll manage for those ones. First one, the first 7-5. Nice. Eala and Noskova played in the juniors against each other, I think. Okay. That makes sense. Noskova was also in that generation. Okay. As we return now into the forehand of Tauson. Backhand from Eala. There's Tauson again to the forehand of Eala. Into the backhand of forehand of Tauson again. Eala backhand slice is a beautiful shot down the line. God, Eala's playing some good tennis. 15-0. As the other wins a point, 15-30. Little chance here to get the break. All right, 15-30. She serves a fault. Second serve. As that goes to the net by Tauson on the return. All right, 15-40. As Tauson serves an ace and nobody cheered. That was weird. Or was it in the net by Eala? As the return goes to the net by Eala, and Tauson survives. Deuce. Tauson serves again. As Eala hits a lovely winner down the line. And she gets another chance to break. By the way, not a full stadium, but very loud for the people that are there, which is great. It's a very vocal stadium. Great backhand passing shot. Tauson just kind of standing there. As the return goes in the front of Tauson. Eala backhand. Goes wide. We go back to deuce. Bondi doesn't want to win. She was up 4-1 and she's down 5-all. She's at 5-all, is she? Yeah, she was up. I think she was up 5-3 or 5-2, wasn't she? Pretty sure. Now she's down 6-5. Fernandez wins. By the way. All right, deuce. As that goes to the net by Tauson, Eala with another break point to take the break. Now, Eala has won the first set against a few players this year, but then gone on to lose the match. So that'll be something to focus on. If she does break, and we're a long way from finishing this set, but if she does, as the return goes out and it's in the deuce again. Yeah, because she has kind of faded away after the first set, Eala. In the last few matches, Krejcikova, Vondrousova. So we'll see if she can, if she does get the set, which is a long way away. We just got started. But yeah, we'll see whether or not, whether if she does take the first set, if she can. Or if she loses the first set, if she can come back, and win the second. Eala really has to be clinical in this match. Yeah, Tauson serve is huge. Huge, scary shot. Oh. As the return goes out by Eala, and Tauson takes the lead. 2-1. I feel like the loss to Bondi, was it the shoulder issue? Yeah. Eala has to convert those break points? Yeah. All of the things are true. All right. Oh, man. Day one, chat. We're here. Now, tomorrow, you just yawned at the same time. That's how it works. So tomorrow, it's a little bit of a late match tomorrow because actually, no, I lied. Umboka's playing first thing tomorrow. So I thought I was going to get a sleep. That's not happening. And that's okay. I want to watch Umboka taking on Krejcikova. So I'll be getting up same time tomorrow. But tomorrow night is where it's like super, super crazy. So tomorrow night we've got Alcaraz playing Opelka, which is a lot of fun. And then also Mukova versus Venus. Tomorrow night, Fonseca's playing tomorrow as well. We might watch him. I'll see what happens. We'll just see how we go. Raducanu is playing tomorrow as well. So I'm not quite sure what else we watch tomorrow. But yeah, tomorrow night, The night session is where it's at. Yeah, they put Alcaraz at like second match at night, so it's like late. So that's fun. Rune is playing tomorrow as well. He's playing Van der Zandschulp, which could be interesting. So yeah, so tomorrow is a day. Do you ever watch a match without streaming it on YouTube? Yeah, I have matches on all the time. Eala hits a winner, 30 love. Like before, between these matches, I was watching Menchik and Jarry, and I was watching Shelton. Will you watch Parks on Draver? Maybe. Depends when they play. All right, backhand winner there from Tauson. 30-15. There's a default from Eala. Second serve. Was Tauson always this good at serving, or has it improved a lot? Yeah, she's always had a good serve. It's just that now she's put it together. And the thing is, and I don't know if maybe it's just a coincidence or not, but it does seem that a lot of, on the men's side as well, the players that have big serves sometimes take a little bit longer to develop. Take a little bit longer to control the serve, to figure out how to serve, even though they have all the power. Like Raducanu didn't break out really until she was sort of early 20s, right? Tauson's 22. She's having a breakout year this year. John Isner didn't play his best tennis until later in his career. You know, one of the big servers. Karlovic as well, right? They didn't play their best tennis at like 17. There's obviously exceptions the other way where you can go, well, Andy Roddick was a great teenage player. He had a massive serve. Okay, yeah, true. You know, Serena, you know, and Sharapova. Like, you could name a lot of players, but it's some of the big players with big serves do take time. As with a backhand out from Tauson, Eala hits a passing shot just wide, 15 love. Tauson was good earlier in his career. Yeah, she's definitely wasn't like this year hasn't been like a, maybe it's been some people who've never not watched her and this is the first year you've seen her, but yeah, like a couple of years ago she was talked about as a promising new player, you know, a young player to watch out for in the future and stuff. Definitely not a random. But like this year, obviously having her best year. But the last couple of seasons, she's had like the potential that was there for sure. You know, she could be a good player in the future. She has potential and stuff. And she has a terrible forehand in the net. 15-30. 15-30. Terrible forehand from Tauson. 15-30. As the return goes into the front of Tauson. Back in Eala down the line. Great shot. Tauson slice. Into the front of Eala as Tauson forehand into the net. Man, Tauson's not happy with something. She's talking to the umpire. Eala's got more break points. 15-40. Oh, okay. So Tauson's pissed off at the crowd. She's saying they're screaming in the middle of the point. So the crowd's getting a little overexcited and Tauson's not happy. Tauson's not happy. Tauson is not happy about the noise. They're getting a little too excited, the crowd. 15-40. She's right. Yeah, they definitely are getting a bit too excited. Like when the ball's close to the line on Tauson shots and the crowd think it's going out, they get a little bit like overexcited. But then it goes in and they play the point. So it's valid. That's valid. That's a valid complaint for sure. All right, still break point 30-40. Return goes in the forehand of Tauson. Tauson hits it out. There's the break. 3-2 Eala. I mean, Tauson's probably thinking, where the hell am I playing? I thought this was America. Where did all these people from the Philippines come from? The hell? She was probably thinking it was going to be a neutral crowd. It's not that big. Like the crowd, it's not packed stadium, but it's loud. The people that rocked up, they brought their voices. 3-2 Eala breaks. And if the crowd's getting on Tauson's nerves, that can only help Eala. It's only going to be good for her. Like if she can get that extra bit of help from the crowd to annoy her opponent, that's only going to be a good thing. All right. Eala breaks. And Sabrina Carpenter plays on the radio. All right. The crowd was also kind of rowdy during the Canadian Open. Filipinos are going all out. Yeah. Love it, though. Great support. It's great atmosphere. And it's fun to watch the opposition player have to deal with that. It's fun. Some players hate when the crowd is this way, and then some players, don't give a shit, and they deal with it really well, and they just don't react at all. But that's what's so fun. I mean, that's what's so fun about it. Is that when a player starts to let the crowd affect them, it makes things very interesting. All right, 3-2. Eala has the break, but we know it's not about the break, it's about the hold. She serves in the backhand of Tauson. Eala backhand. That's a winner. God, Eala is hitting clean. She is hitting real clean on these ground strokes. 15 love. Like she is playing that Miami game, that aggressive down the line shots. It's working. 15 love. As a return goes into the net from Tauson, 30 love. And every time Tauson misses or Eala hits a winner, the crowd go wild. The crowd is supporting every single point Eala wins. Doesn't matter how she wins it. Double fault, doesn't matter. She is getting 100% crowd support. As that goes out in the return, 40 love. That happened in Canada as well. The crowd were getting very loud from Boko. Yeah, I mean, but you'd expect that though, right? You'd expect the Canadian crowd to go for the Canadian, but if you're the opposition coming out here today, you wouldn't have expected that the crowd were going to be so one-sided. But it just shows the power of the Philippines' support. As Eala hits a drop shot winner, 4-2. 4-2. And the crowd are on their feet. All right. 4-2. 4-2. Eala with the break, first set. And the return goes forehand of Tauson, and then Eala hits it long. 15 love. 15 loves with a serve again from Tauson. There's a fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Tauson. Backhand slice from Eala. Tauson with the backhand cross-court winner. 30 love. 30 love. Is the crowd too noisy for a typical tennis match? Sorry, most of us Filipinos don't know if there is crowd etiquette. Look, personally, this match, I don't think the crowd is being too noisy. I think they're being just noisy enough. I think it's fine. There's a forehand out of the backhand of Eala. A backhand from Tauson into the forehand of Eala. Tauson with the backhand slice. Goes long. 30-15. I don't think that the crowd is being disrespectful or loud or interrupting at all. The crowd had to reprimand them during the last point. Yeah, because Tauson complained. Just because the umpire said, everybody please respect both players and do not talk during the points. When the umpire, I don't think the umpire would have said that if Tauson didn't say, hey, tell them to shut up. But I also think she is hearing it louder in her head because she's losing. Like, I think Tauson is reacting not just because the crowd is making noise, but also because she's frustrated with how she's started this match and how Eala is playing. She's probably pissed off at that too, you know? And when you're not playing well, and you maybe were a little surprised by your opposition's level, and it's annoying, and then the crowd's also cheering a lot, cheering your errors. Of course you're going to get pissed off. Of course you're going to be angry. It was during the point. Well, maybe some of them have. They haven't done it the last couple. But she's also got to be frustrated as well because she isn't playing well. And she probably didn't expect to have, for Eala to be beating her right now. I'm not sure if Tauson's got somebody said in the chat that Tauson has like a bit of a, she does get pissed off when the crowd is not, not supporting her, but not like, is not being fair in her, some people, some players think that, that the crowd shouldn't be cheering, there's crowd etiquette, you shouldn't cheer errors, right? But for this crowd, they're going to cheer whatever Eala wins. They don't care how she wins it. She's going to win the point. They're going to cheer, right? Every time she gets a point, that's how it's going to be. I don't think there's a problem with that. Like if I double faulted, if I'm Tauson, I double fault, and the crowd go wild. Yeah, okay, the crowd are going for Eala. Of course, they're going to cheer every point she wins. It shouldn't. You can't take it personal in this situation. Because if you take it personal and you start to react to the crowd cheering your double faults or cheering your errors, and you're like, hang on, you're not allowed to cheer that because it was an error from me. She didn't win the point. That's not fair. Then you're gonna lose because you're getting affected by the crowd, and you gotta not let that happen. Because they're gonna cheer whatever the hell they want to cheer. There's no rules. Like the umpire's not gonna be like, hey, sorry, you're not allowed to cheer double faults. Stop doing that. You can do whatever you want. As long as you don't interrupt the points or, you don't, but you can cheer double faults. Have you seen players play in France? Like, they're wild. They cheered first serve faults. So there is a tennis etiquette, but it's also not a rule. It's not set in stone. You don't have to do it. If the other person loses the point, doesn't matter how they lose it, you can cheer. Doesn't matter. As Eala hits a winner, 15-0. Screaming between first and second serves, yelling during play, needs to be shut down no matter who you're supporting. Yeah. And it was. The umpire said something. But I don't think the crowd are being as bad as maybe Tauson thinks they are. I don't think the crowd's being that bad. They're just cheering very loudly when Eala wins a point, and they're cheering every point she wins. I don't think they're being that bad. This crowd is not that bad. Like, if you think this crowd's bad, don't watch any French Open matches. As Eala double faults and everybody says nothing because they're going for her because she lost the point. So they don't want to cheer that. 15-30. Yeah, if Tauson was up 4-love and they were doing this, she wouldn't say anything. But because she's down, it definitely makes it worse. It hurts more because she's losing. It makes it, it affects her more. Anyways, backhand rally as Tauson hits a long, and the crowd go, woo! Yeah! Again, that's annoying, but the crowd aren't going to stop. Like, there's no way you can stop them from cheering. You can ask them nicely, but they're still going to cheer. 30-all. Eala trying to keep this break. As the return goes into the forehand of Eala. Back into Tauson, the forehand of Eala. Tauson with a slice. Eala on the attack. Into the forehand of Tauson on the stretch. Eala backhand again. Oh, goes in the net. All right, break point, 30-40. By the way, chat, if I'm watching Tauson in this match, and I am playing her in the future, and if she is affected by crowds, I would then, even if I'm not from the country that they're playing, I would be trying to use the crowd to my advantage and just like try and pump the crowd up, and I would be like doing everything I can in the next matches against Tauson to try and use the crowd to my advantage against her. Like, I would try and do that. I mean, that's what I'd be trying to do. If it, again, we're basing it off like 8 games, but if it is something that she gets frustrated by and she doesn't like, why wouldn't you use that against her in the future if you're playing even if you're playing on a neutral ground? That's such a strategy. Why wouldn't you do that? As that goes out by Tauson, we get the deuce. And it's going to be hard to get the crowd on your side the way that Eala has the crowd on her side because they're obviously there to support her. But if you've got, like, if it's a neutral crowd in the next match and you're playing Tauson, you've got to try and get the crowd. Like, you'd be doing all this. You'd be pointing to your ear, like, trying to get them, like, fired up for you. Like, that's what I'll be trying to do. It might not work, but it's worth a shot. Because if it does work, and if it does annoy Tauson, that's going to get you some free points. Deuce. She double faults Eala, and it's advantage Tauson. All right, to get the break back. Advantage Tauson. As that goes out in the return from Tauson. And Eala back to deuce. Tauson's definitely frustrated here. She's missing returns. She's talking to the coach. All right. Return from Tauson goes the forehand of Eala. Tauson with the forehand again at the forehand of Eala. The backhand of Tauson. Eala backhand again to the backhand of Tauson with a slice. Eala backhand goes in that Tauson forehand. Now Eala with the forehand down the line. Tauson. Oh no, it went on the line. She left it, Tauson. Eala hit a winner. And Tauson's just looking at the coach like, how'd that go in? Advantage Eala. Tauson is having a terrible day. But Eala is playing like super aggressive too. Which is exactly how she got to the Miami semis. Like, this is Eala from Miami. Like, this is definitely the same strategy that Eala used in Miami. And I'll tell you what, Tauson shouldn't have asked for a replay because the ball's on the line and the whole crowd are like, yeah, it was on the line, woo! And they like started cheering again. Like, you've just given them another reason to cheer. Like, that's not what you want to do. You want to keep them quiet. Don't show the replay. Good serving. Tauson's going to break a racket. 5-3. Eala with the break. She holds. And this crowd go wild. All right, 5-3. This crowd is loving this. Chat, the only way you can quiet the crowd is if you play well. You play well. If you start playing well and you don't get frustrated and you try and I know it's easier said than done, but if you just kind of, if you can serve well and play well, they are not going to say a thing. That's the only way you can quiet the crowd is if you play well. And the worst thing you can do is let them affect you. Because if they see that you are affected, they're not going to... I mean, even now, Tauson's getting pissed off at people in the crowd for moving it, walking around. Someone's come there to take photos, and Tauson's like, who the hell is this person? She's having a bad day. Server to the back of Eala. Return goes to front of Tauson. Eala backhand on the stretch. Is a lob. Tauson with a forehand, but Eala's got it. Now Tauson with a slice. Eala back in the rally. And then she hits a winner down the line on Eala. And the hands go up in the air from Tauson. Love 15. And again, Tauson just yelling at herself. That was a good turnaround as well. Good defense. All right, love 15. Oh, and now Tauson's talking to the umpire again, and the crowd are booing her. Oh, now Eala, is Tauson complaining about Eala? Oh, no, she's still complaining about the crowd. She's saying they're cheering when she's hitting shots down the middle. I'll be honest, I don't think it's that bad. And the crowd are laughing. The umpire's like, please do not cheer during the point. And people are laughing. I don't think it's that bad. She's like, Tauson said to the umpire, and I only heard the end of that the crowd is cheering when Eala's hitting the ball down the middle. So there's not even close to the lines. I don't hear that. I don't think they're being that bad when the points are being played since they got told off. But then maybe I can't hear it because I'm talking over it. Backhand rally. As Eala with the forehand at the back of Tauson. Tauson hit wide. Love 30. But the crowd are like, they're like, oh, we're affecting you. Okay, now we're going to really get involved. And they're cheering like Eala just hit the best shot in the world, even though it was an error. Like, this crowd are now they're like, you know what? You want to bitch about us? We're going to go after you now. Now you really got the crowd on your back. This is bad. It's not that bad, though. I know, right? I don't think it was that bad either, but Tauson's just made it a problem. Really bad for herself. Like, complaining about the crowd are going to let the crowd are going to be like, all right, you want to complain? We'll make some noise. Let's go. All right, and then she serves an ace, 15-30. Now, it's a little bit of chance here to get the first set. Tauson's digging herself a bigger hole. Yeah. Yeah, it feels, it doesn't feel like it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. There's a forehand now from Eala to the forehand Tauson. Eala backhand. Again, the forehand Tauson. Eala down the line. Eala's hitting so clean as well, and that goes out by Tauson. Eala is hitting so clean. And she's hitting it so hard. And it's set points, 15-40. Not bad compared to what? Compared to normal New York crowds? Like, compared to what would happen probably if you play Coco Gauff, or when you play at night, or when you play in France, or like, it's not that bad. It's not, like, it's obviously a little frustrating, but it's not that bad. Pity your listeners can't hear the crowd. Well, I can't play that because I'll get in trouble, so I don't really feel like blowing the channel up today. 15-40, 2 set points. Someone's walking around. Tauson's like not impressed by anything going on right now. And she says a fault. So they're not cheering between first serves. Now they are. And that was just rude. Someone was being a dick on purpose that time. That was rude. You can't do that. 15-40. Serving to the back of Eala. Return goes to forehand to Tauson. Eala backhand again to the forehand to Tauson, but it's out by Eala. 30-40. The reason the crowd's getting worse is because Tauson keeps complaining about them, which is making them worse, which making them want to behave badly. You know? Telling the umpire that the crowd's being noisy is not going to help anyone. You know? 30-40. Like, chat, what do you think the crowd's going to do? Oh, sorry. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll be quiet. No, of course not. They're not going to be told what to do. The crowd are going to do whatever they want. Backhand return goes to forehand to Tauson. Tauson hits wide. First set, Eala, 6-3. Tauson's not playing well, and she's pissed off. And the crowd are giving a standing ovation. This is a very one-sided crowd. 41 minutes. Eala takes it 6-3. The more Clara complains, the more the crowd will cheer for Alex. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what happened. It's not even a full stadium, but it sounds so full. Like, the people that are there are making noise for like 3 people. All right, now, Eala has been in a position like this already lately. She's won the first set in the last few matches, and then she's gone on to lose the match. So now it's all about trying to keep that lead. Because against Vondi and against Grudikova in the last 2 matches she's played, she won the first 6-3, I think, in those matches as well. So she's got to maintain that. By the way, Tauson didn't play badly. I mean, she didn't serve bad. 7 aces. But she didn't hit many winners and a lot of errors. And a lot of frustrations. The crowd won, Tauson 0, yeah. Tauson is 22. She needs to learn if you are playing a home fave, they will be against you. Well, that's the thing, though. I don't know if she expected the crowd to be like not neutral. I mean, who would have thought? Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to New York and I'm going to play someone from the Philippines in America, and it's going to be, I'm going to have to fight the crowd. I don't think she expected that. Not that she expects to be praised and loved, you know, but I just don't think she expected the crowd to be so one-sided. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think, and that's, because if you know you're going to have to deal with that, you can prepare yourself, right? I think Tauson walked out here going, okay, she's going to be really tough. And then all of a sudden they're like, you know, cheering her double faults. And she's like, hang on, what the hell is all this? You know, I just think she wasn't ready mentally for the crowd to be one-sided. And now that they're being one-sided, she's complaining and they're being even more like louder, right? I mean, like I said, the only way you can stop the crowd from doing this is by winning. You know? You can't, and if you ask the umpire, he's not going to do shit. He's going to be like, can you please be quiet, everybody? Please be quiet. Please. Can you please it's really, really bad for the other player. And the crowd are going to be like, no, I'm not, what are they going to kick us all out? Like, what are they going to do? They're not going to do nothing. You can't do nothing. Unless if the crowd don't want to be quiet, they're not going to be quiet. What is he going to do? Please be quiet, crowd. And everyone's like, no, okay. He's got no control. He's got power. Nobody can't do anything. We're not playing this match until everybody shuts up. Like, you can't do that. What are they going to do? Come on. So Tauson's got to deal with it. That's it. She's got to figure it out. Umpire can't help her. The crowd aren't going to change. She has to figure it out. And the only way she can make them quiet is by winning. Or by hitting winners. Or, you know, she has the power to make them quiet. Now, can she do that? That's the thing. But she can't let them know that they're getting to her. Because if they know, if the crowd can see that they're getting to you, they're going to do it again because it's helping Eala. Anything to help Eala out if they can. And we saw that in the first set. All right. Tauson's gone to the bathroom, by the way. That's what we're waiting for. Still remain the aggressive the game into the second set and third. Yeah, well, this is the big moment for Eala because she has fallen off after the first set in in recent matches, and that's because of fitness problems, or maybe just because she's playing players that, like Krejcikova at Wimbledon, for example, just started to play better. We'll keep an eye on how Tauson looks mentally in the second set, because physically she's fine. I mean, she's been serving okay. I mean, she's been playing some good points, but Tauson's just like broken down in the mind. You know, she's just getting pissed off and frustrated and then making silly errors. So let's see if Eala can maintain the lead, but also if Tauson can figure it out, right? Because she's letting this crowd get to her too easily. By the way, I think Shelton might have won. Did Shelton win? I think Shelton might have won. So that's cool. Okay. You will prove them wrong, Cam. Your prediction is right. Alex for the win. Thank you. Well, hopefully she has to win. Don't congratulate me yet. All right. Eala serving first in the second. This would be a big upset. Tauson, like I said, Tauson probably one of the dark horses to win the tournament. As Eala hits that one wide, love 15. As long as the crowd aren't disrespectful, it's fine. See, like, I think the thing is, there's no rule, right? It's a very gray area. There's no rule and, like, the crowd has to be like this. It's all just personal preference. Now, there's definitely things we can all agree on. The crowd, like, can't do, like, cheering, like, yelling and screaming, but during the points, or cheering first serve, faults, like, that stuff's not on, right? Or like when someone's serving and then like someone yells during the service action, all of that stuff is like, no, none of that. Nobody wants that. It's bad. But then I think we all have sort of a level of tolerance when it comes to crowd. As we're flying now into the open court, Tauson's doing some great defense. As Eala backhand again, the backhand of Tauson sliced. And she hits a drop shot winner. Tauson, great defense. Love 30. Some people want the crowd to be like Wimbledon, where it's like respectful. Both players get cheered. Nothing gets cheered if it's an error. Like, that is like, some people love that. They want that. That is the gold standard for them, right? I think it's interesting when the players get pissed off at the crowd. Like, I think it's an interesting dynamic. It adds something different to the match. To a point. Obviously, like I said, I don't think we can. No, I don't think anyone agrees that the players, the crowd should be cheering during points or during serving or whatever. But as long as the point's over, if they want to cheer a double fault or they want to cheer cheer whatever, I have no problem with that. And I think it's funny and interesting for me to watch the reaction to the person who is getting the bad end of that, because it's going to show a lot of mental strength to not let that affect them, to get over that, and it makes it interesting for me. It's a totally like a mental factor, right? I know some people hate it, but I like it. I think it makes things a little interesting. Tauson hits a backhand winner. That's how you shut the crowd up. That's how you beat the crowd, by hitting winners. All right, 1-0. Eala broken first game of the second. I personally appreciate the Wimbledon type of atmosphere more than this. Okay, that's fair. Look, again, there's no right or wrong answer. I don't think there's, some people hate watching a one-sided crowd. And I get that, I love it. I think it's and maybe it's because I grew up like Australian, Davis Cup, like that was huge. And there was a lot of times where the Aussies had to go to like hostile territory and try and win. And it was a whole thing. And I'm a Leighton Hewitt fan. So like he would thrive on the hostile crowds, right? He would go into someone's house and he would be like, I don't care who, like, you going for him? I don't care. I'm going to shut you up. Like, I love that. And I'm a Leighton Hewitt fan, so that must be why I love it. And he would go into, like, they went to France in like 2001 or whenever it was. They went over to France and tried to beat, and the Aussies took the Davis Cup off France in France, right? Or they went to Argentina and it was like everyone was going psycho when they hit a fault, right? I think that's great. I love that atmosphere. I love watching players try and deal with that too. It's very interesting because it's kind of a unique situation. You don't get that very often. Not like not that intense anyway. Anyways, love 15. Why do I feel like Cam used to roast his classmates back in high school? No, I didn't do that at all. Love 15. As a backhand return goes to 400,000. Backhand Eala into the 400,000. Drop shot's good, but Eala gets it. Tauson volleys it wide. Love 30. Love 30. Tauson's trying to keep her cool. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. As Tauson serves an ace. 15-30. As the return goes out by Eala, 30-0. 30-0. By the way, someone is making noise when Tauson's about to serve, and that person needs to be removed. Get that loser out of here. That person is being stupid. That person needs to be kicked out. They're served now the backhand of Eala. Good return the backhand of Tauson. Eala back forehand. Into the slice of Tauson. Eala backhand in the net. And it's 40-30. Tauson, by the way, turns around and just looks at the person who was doing that. That person needs to be removed. That's unacceptable. We can't be doing that. 40-30. As we default second serve. Serve to the back of Eala. Return winner. We get the deuce. Man, Tauson's got to get that serve working. Eala is attacking. Beautiful return winner. All right, deuce. As Tauson serves a fault. Second serve. Serve to the back end of Eala. Return winner! Again! All right, advantage Eala to get back on serve. Advantage Eala. Advantage Eala to get back to break. As the return goes in the backhand of Tauson. Slice goes wide. There's the break back. 1-1. All right, 1-0. It is so cold. And I refuse to waste money on electricity. I need a blanket. All right. We're back on serve 1-0. Someone's snoring? Yeah, my dog is asleep. All right. Cam, can us in the chat finally talk about weapons openly? Chat, can we talk about the movie Weapons? Or have you, I mean, if you haven't seen it by now, it's been out for 2 weeks. All right. Love 15. Cam needs a wood fire heater? Yeah. No? Oh, okay. Okay, but like, okay. Are you saying no because you don't want to talk about horror movies, or are you saying no because you want to watch it? Because I feel like some of you are saying no because you don't want to hear about a scary movie. And that's not the same thing. If you're going to go see it, we won't say anything. But if you are not going to go see it and you're just scared, then that's a different thing. Love 30. Love 30. All right. We won't talk about it until the end of the week. You have to watch it this week. Otherwise, at the end of this week, too bad. Too bad. At the end of this week, too bad. As that goes for a fault second serve. End of the week, we're going to talk about it next weekend. So get ready. Yeah, sorry. People that thought, no, Weapons is a movie. No. Not like Tauson hits to win another 40. No. Okay. So for those who are like, can we talk about Weapons? It's a movie. It's not a... There's a movie called Weapons. It's a scary horror movie that came out. We're not talking about like weapons. We're not talking about weapons. We're talking about a movie. It's a movie. It doesn't involve any weapons. Well, it's not about guns. My bad, yeah. Sorry, that made no sense when I said. Now I understand why people were confused. All right. Anyways, that goes in the net. We've got another break. It's a movie about, like, it's a horror movie. Can we talk about the movie? I know, like, a couple of people said no because they want to see it, but can we talk about it? You made it sound like Weapons and also scary movie. Oh, okay. It is a, yeah. I thought everybody understood that it was a movie. Is it about the kids running? Yes. That's the movie. Did you like the movie? Yeah, I thought it was good. Definitely should see it. Movie Talk on the 4th channel. Yeah. Coming soon. Yep. 3 breaks of serve in this second set. We're at 4 breaks of serve in a row now. Oh my God. Some people don't understand the reason. Like, oh my God. Yeah, so this is why we can't have nice things. Please do not ruin it. I asked if can we talk about it? Not, have you seen it and give away the plot? That is not what I said. Please do not, before we talk about it, before we decide to talk about it, don't give it away. Holy shit. By the way, this happens. Okay, that's not what I asked. God damn it. Yeah, the ending was funny, Leon. That was shockingly funny. All right, we'll give everyone an extra week. We'll wait. Next week, we'll talk about next week. We'll talk about next week. End of the week, like by Thursday, Friday next week, we can talk about it. I'm just you go watch it this week. Go watch it. It's been like 2 weeks already. Go watch it. It's a good movie. If you like horror movies, it's very interesting. All right, 15 love. How can we watch it this week? It's the US Open. I mean, you can make time. Not every match. You're not going to be here for every match. I'm sure you're not going to be. All right, Tauson hits it in the net. 15-0. Make time to watch that movie. You should have seen it last week when there was no US Open. This is no excuse. This is no excuse. What were you doing last week where you couldn't go see it? This is no excuse. If you waited till now and you haven't seen it, you have to make time. If you don't make time this week, then you'll never make time. And then we can never talk about it. By the time we talk about it, I forget what happened. I gotta go watch it again. I gotta go back to the movies. All right, 4am winner from Tauson, 30-15. My car was broken down. Okay, that's all right, Bella. All right, I'll forgive you. We'll give you that one. That's all right. But where about all the other people? What about the rest of you that haven't seen it? Are you too busy? What are you doing? You know, all last week we had nothing on except for the mixed doubles. What are you doing? Djokovic TN is on in like 4 hours. All right, 30-15. I was on a business trip. They don't have movie theaters in Copenhagen. You're on business from 24/7. Like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't like horror movies. Well, that's all right, Dutchie. Then we'll talk about it. But I'll warn you. 40-15. Before we talk about it, I'll tell you. This is my week off. I was busy. Okay. Weapons is a great movie. Go watch it. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on... Otherwise, you're going to get spoiled. All right, 40-30. 40-30. Tauson to hold. Is it a really scary movie? Yeah, it's pretty creepy. One of the best movies, no contest, one of the best of the year. Yeah, for sure. It's been a good year for horror thriller movies. All right, Tauson, she holds 3-1. 3-1. It's not that scary. It's more funny to me, at least. Yeah, it's not really like... I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's not like scary, but it's creepy. I don't know what you would call it. It's like definitely a thriller. It's not like scary, like I don't know. If you're scared of like snakes and spiders and stuff, then it's not got that. But it's creepy. Yeah, it's like creepy and like creepy and like psychological a little bit as well. It's and definitely blood and guts. So if you don't like gore, it's not for you. Definitely gory. I love 15. But then again, it just depends on what scares you. Like if you find, maybe it is scary for you. Depends on what you find scary. What are you scared of? Love 15, we get a double fault. Love 30. See, this is what happens with Eala, or has happened. She just has that kind of that Carlos syndrome. The second set siesta. She has lost matches by just losing momentum after a first set win. As the return goes out by Tauson, 15-30. But also the crowd are losing their influence. And now Tauson's not having to like deal with that as much, which is not helping. First serve is a fault, second serve. Serve. Into the back end of Tauson. 4 now from Eala. As Tauson back into the back end of Eala. The back end of Tauson. Drop shot's good. Eala gets there. Tauson with the pass. In the net. 30-all. 30-all. Thirty-all. As Eala serves again. Into the backhand of Tauson. Eala backhand of the slice. Tauson in the net. 40-30. And the crowd's finding their voice again. 40-30. As the return goes to front of Eala. Backhand slice from Tauson's a drop shot winner. Okay. We get the deuce. Deuce. Also, Sabalenka is coming on. Oh, she already started, Sabalenka. Shit. All right. Whoops. So Sabalenka's playing right now. Is anybody in trouble at the moment, or is it all pretty cruisy? Oh, Lehechka's down a break already against Chorich. That's interesting. As Tauson hits a winner. It's advantage Tauson for the double break. All right. As the return goes in the back of the Eala. Tauson forehand goes out. Back to deuce. By the way, Chad, I watched this movie called High School. Why don't they make those movies anymore, Chad? Does anyone, like, if you've seen that movie, it's actually pretty funny. It's a shit movie, but like, it got a bad review, but I thought it was pretty funny. Like, it's just it's such a silly movie. It's got Adrian Brody in it, and he plays in a role of a lifetime. So it's very. Why do they make those movies? I don't know why. I guess there's probably like problematic, but I thought it was great. I'm like, this is actually, it's so silly. It was such a silly movie. Can you recommend more movies? I got it because I was like, oh, what's this? And I'm like, oh, Adrian Brody. He just won he won an Oscar, but he was in this movie about smoking weed. I'm like, this is weird. What is this about? It's very funny. So I got it because it's like one of those like late 2000s, like, you know, just high school movies. As that goes to the net from Tauson, it's 3-2. I thought it was very funny. Also, it had on the front, it was like X rental, so it had like all the stickers from like a video store. So I'm like, oh, this is just cool to have too, right? Just a cool like I love finding like X rental video store, CD movies. Just nostalgic, But it's actually pretty funny. It was very silly, but it's very funny. I'm like, why? I'm like thinking, Chad, like all the movies about like high school and stuff. I don't watch like Euphoria and that, but apparently that they're all like super dark. They're not fun. They're not funny. They're all super serious. And like high school wasn't serious, was it? Like all those movies like about parties and stuff, they don't make any of those anymore. Best high school movies, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Yeah, they don't make any of that stuff. Well, like American Pie was just crazy. But like all those movies are. When was can anyone think of like when the last time there was like a? Has there been one? Maybe I haven't watched it. Has there been any movies about like parties, like high school parties and stuff? Recently? Like comedies? I don't know. Like Superbad, right? Like what's been Superbad? The new Superbad. There's been no Superbad. There's no more movies like that? Yeah, right? Maybe there is, but I just haven't seen them. And I'm not talking about like, even like Scary Movie and stuff back in the day was funny. I'm not talking about that. Like, they're doing Scary Movie 6 next year, but that won't be high school. I feel like it's also serious. All the movies that come out now. Like, when has there been a movie like Superbad recently? 15 lovers. That goes out goes in on the return. Tauson thought it was out. I thought it was out. Hawkeye said it was in. And the crowd say it's in. Tauson's complaining about Hawkeye. That's never going to help. 15-0. I have to rewatch Superbad. I haven't watched that for a while. That movie is so funny. That's a classic. Forehand down the line's a winner from Tauson, 30-15. Mean Girls, yeah, like that's. I mean, has there been a remake? There was a remake of that, wasn't it? It was terrible. Freakier Friday. Yeah, I mean that's come out recently, but I don't know if that's the same thing. Anyways, return goes the forehand of Tauson. Forehand out from Eala's a winner. Jeez, that was a great shot. That was a great shot from Eala. 30-all. Great shot. Beautiful forehand winner. Ah, 30-all. As the return goes out from Eala, 40-30. But yeah, so I watched this movie. It was called High School, and it was very silly. As we return now. Winner from Eala. What the hell? Tauson just stood there. Deuce. All right, deuce. I'm going to serve again from Tauson. It's a fault, second serve. Serving to the front of Eala. Tauson with the backhand as Eala forehand. Tauson gets there on the slice, but it's in the net. Advantage Eala to get back on serve. Fritz wins. Nice. He gets through that one. Straight sets, I'm guessing. Well, advantage Eala to get back on serve. All right. Advantage Eala. Serve to the backhand. Eala hits it wide. Great serve. We get the deuce. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on Sabalenka, who has just begun. Also, Lehechka lost the first set against Charge. Hey, Perk! Thank you for coming back as a member. Appreciate that. All right, advantage Tauson. Advantage Tauson. By the way, chat, has anyone used Jellyfin before? And is it good? Or is it terrible? My wife wants me to shower, but if I leave, it may jinx Eala. What would you do? Well, I wouldn't shower with your wife. As that backhand goes out by Eala, and it's 4-2. 4-2. All right. Hey, Julian, thank you for the 16 months. Appreciate it. Tauson's serves are painful to watch. It's not strong anymore. I mean, it is, but she's missing the first serve too many times, you know? She's missing the first serve, and that's giving Eala a chance to hit a great return. If this goes to a third, Tauson might win. I mean, maybe. It's going to be tough for Eala to get back the momentum. By the way, people are just walking around the crowd like they own the stadium. Can you just sit down, please? What are these people doing? Hello? Sit down. We're playing a tennis match. Return goes into the back end of Eala forehand now from Tauson as the Eala forehand into the volley of Tauson. Eala with a forehand lob. Tauson puts away the smash. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As Eala eventually hits a winner. There you go, chat. I'll make it easier. Hopefully that helps. Nah, 15-0. I used Jellyfin and MB before that. Okay. Is it good, Sebi? My brother told me that I should... he heard about it from someone. And I looked into it. Is it worth getting? I know it's free, but... All right, there's a return. Goes into the forehand of Eala. Eala on the net, 15-30. 15-30. Sabalenka's in trouble? Damn. Oh, the crowd are allowed to wander around. Oh, okay. That's a thing that they let... Okay. I thought it was only on the side of the court, though, not the back. Like, back of the court, you weren't allowed to move. I thought it was only the side. Unless that changed. All right, break points for Tauson, 15-40. So Sabalenka's down a break. Oh, it's 3-2. Let's relax. Jesus. I thought, chat, you were talking like it was like 5-1. Anyways, return the backhand of Eala. Backhand of Tauson, the forehand of Eala. Tauson with the forehand is a winner. Too good. All right, double break. Tauson's going to serve for the second set. All right. Kudermetova upset. Did she lose? That's good for Raducanu. Well, not yet. Not yet. She's hanging on. It's just one break. It's definitely too early to say upset. I agree. Whatever they say and whatever happens, my beautiful Coco is going to be the champion, okay? Cool. But Sabalenka has already barely held her previous games, okay? Well, we'll keep an eye on that. All right. Here we go. Tauson's going to serve to take the second. To take us to a third. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Did Alcaraz go to the Rafa Academy? He probably went there, but he didn't train there. He trained at the Juan Carlos Ferrero Academy. Because that's where his coach has academies. 15 love. Love. Return goes out from Eala. 30 love. Get a fault, second serve. As a return goes in the forehand of Tauson. And then Eala goes cross-court in the forehand of Tauson again. Tauson hits it out. 30-15. Serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. And the return goes to the backhand of Tauson. The Eala backhand goes long. 40-15. Set points for Tauson to take the second. To take us to a third. First serve is a fault. Second serve. And the return goes to the backhand of Tauson. Forehand from Eala. Tauson slice. Eala comes to the net with the backhand. Tauson with the pass. Too good. We're going 3. So the last 2 matches that Eala has played, she won the first set 6-3, and she went on to lose the match 6-2, 6-1, or 6-1, 6-2. So that is happening now. So it's the last 2 matches. So Montreal and Wimbledon, it was the exact same scoreline almost. Pretty much. I mean, this is the same scoreline as Wimbledon. And almost the same ranked player as well, because I think Tauson's 16 in the world. But yeah. So she needs, Eala needs to get off to a great start in the third set. She can't let Tauson break early, because then it's not going to go well. She's lost 6 matches from a set up this year, Eala. 1 against Marino in Ilkley, 1 against Swiatek, and a couple earlier in the season before she went on that run in Miami. So 21 wins, 6 losses when she wins the first set. And those 6 losses, two of the losses are in a row now. So she's trying not to make that 3. Now, again, we said this other match, if she loses this match, so be it. She's taking on one of the best players of the year. You know, Tauson's been great. And she's not easy to break. In that set, she got broken once, but we know how Eala's serve can be a problem. Now, let me tell you how many Tauson matches she has come back from losing the first set. Wow. Okay, so Tauson, get this, chat. This year has not won a match after losing the first set. 0-17. I hope Eala coaches know that and pass the message on. Go, she's never won a match from a set down. She's never won from a set down this year. And I'm sure that Tauson kind of knows that too, because you would know that. You'd have a mental note of that, of going, I've never come from a set back this year. That's interesting. Last year, Tauson came back from a set down. Oh, wow, none. She hasn't come back from a set down. What the hell? That can't be right. Hang on. Maybe I fucked that up. Hang on. No, sorry, she has. My bad. Pfft. Sorry, that was crazy. I was like, hang on. So 6 times. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. 6 times. Only once in the last couple of matches, but 6 times this year. Sorry. I was going to say, that's crazy. No times? She's been playing well, though. On a hard court, only 3 times this year. 2 of those at the start of the year and 1 of those in Washington. So, still, not many times has she come back from a set down to win. So, we'll see. Sorry, it was 0-1. It was 6-11. Sorry, I pressed the wrong thing. Anyway, it's 30 love. But the start of this third set is very important for Eala. She has to regain some confidence and momentum. Because the momentum is well and truly against her. All right, forehand. Backhand goes in the net from Eala, 30-15. 30-15. Sabalenka, by the way, 4-3 up. Chat, is that not, like, obvious? Come on. Sound the alarm! And then it's like, no. Like, literally the next game she breaks, and we're back. So, yeah. Oh my, Sabalenka's about to lose. No, she's not. She's fine. All right, 30-15. Is it a backhand from Eala, from Tauson in the front of Eala? Tauson with the forehand. Into the backhand of Eala. Oh, Eala in the net, 30-all. These games are so important for Eala to regain momentum. Rocky's officially out of the playoff contention. It's not even September. Okay, cool. What's that got to do with this match? I'm sorry, what does that have to do with anything? Why is that relevant? Excuse me, Marcus. Can you explain to me how that makes any difference to what are you trying to do? What are you trying to say? Please tell me why you were telling me that. All right, 30-all. Backhand goes into the front of Tauson. Tauson hits it out. 40-30. And Eala's got to give this crowd a reason to cheer again because they've kind of gone quiet. Kudermetova loses. That's crazy. That means Raducanu doesn't have to play Kudermetova. All right, 40-30. As we get a fault, second serve. Good result for Tien. Well, Tien apparently is having a really good season on the ITF circuit, so she's not going to be an easy match for Raducanu, but much better than playing against Kudermetova. Because Kudermetova, at least, we know, I mean, she's dangerous. She's been top 10 before. Whereas Tien is maybe going to get a little nervous because she's going to probably play center court against Raducanu at a Grand Slam. That's a big deal. All right. That goes out by Tauson. And Eala holds first game of the second. Not Lerner Tien. It's another player. Tien with a J. Just warning you, Cam, so you aren't so sad. What am I sad about? All right. Good start to the second. Eala holding. Yeah, Janice Tien. There you go. That's her name. I'm probably pronouncing the name wrong, but I'm going to say Tien until I hear otherwise. It's pronounced Tijen. Tijen? Tijin. Tijin. It's pronounced Tijen. Tijen. Oh, it's pronounced Jen. Oh, it's no T. So it's a silent T. It's pronounced Jen. Right? Am I right? Is that right? It's pronounced Jen? Let me see if the WTA website have this. Oh, they do.
My name is Janice Chen.
Jen. Easy. Chat, we didn't even have to. Thank you. Who's Liam? Thank you for that. Janice Jen. There you go, chap. Now we know. So Jen is apparently is playing really well. So Raducanu is going to be ready, but also it's going to be tough because Raducanu is going to be playing. Jen's going to be playing on the center court against Raducanu. That ain't going to be easy. By the way, chat, I'm going to ask a question, and I don't want you to be angry. What's your opinion on bringing children to the tennis? And I'm not talking about 8-year-olds or 7-year-olds. I'm talking about babies under 3 years old. What do you think about bringing children to the tennis that are young, like baby children? Like I'm talking about children that won't remember this ever. Like, children, like babies to the tennis. No, bad idea. No babies or toddlers. Big nope. Okay. All right, good. We agree. 400 for backhand rally. As with a drop volley from Tauson, it's too good. 30-all. They cry. Okay. I get it. Like the parents shouldn't have to. Like if they want to go to the tennis, it's a family event. I get it. But I just find it strange to have a baby in the stands watching a match. It's like they're not there. That baby doesn't know what's going on. That's the parents want to watch the match, but they just have to bring the baby. They might smell bad. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, that's not what I was getting at, but it just seems strange to bring a baby to a sporting event. It's not Disneyland. Bringing them to a sporting event seems weird. Loud noises, alcohol. I feel like sporting events are for adults. And I don't know, it seems strange to bring a child when they're never going to remember it to an event like that. That seems strange. But again, I don't have any kids, so I don't know. But I seem like everyone else agrees. Discriminating against people with children is not a good idea. All right, can we not go crazy and lose our minds and use big words? Because that's crazy. Don't do that. We're definitely not discriminating against people with children. That's not a word. You should not use that word because that's a very serious word. We're asking whether or not people in the chat like that and if they think it's a good idea. All right, 1-0. As that goes the net from Tauson. It's 15, love. No, there's no one's discriminating. Yeah, if you think that's discrimination, you don't know what that means. You got to Google that word. You got to look that up. If toddlers and their parents can hack it and be managed off course, they should. It's a family event. Yeah, I just think it's strange to bring babies to this tennis. That seems strange. Because what? Why? What for? What's the benefit? Besides the parents having a photo and maybe their baby gets a photo with a tennis player, but then they're not going to remember that. So I don't know. I don't understand. What's the point? Anyways, great lob. Oh no, the crowd started cheering. If Eala wins this point, Tauson's going to freak. Forehand goes in the backhand of Tauson. But Tauson hits a winner and doesn't say anything. So no crowd getting on her back today on this match or in this game. People don't take babies to the opera or the theater. True. Do you have to pay extra for ticket for babies? I have a feeling that babies under 3 might get in for free. I know that that's a thing in Australia. Children under 3 get in for free. I think it's because it rhymes. That's why it's a thing. But like children can fly on a plane if they're under 3, right? If they're 3 years old or younger, they can fly for free. So I think it's a thing. If you're like tiny, if you're a baby, then they probably get it for free. As that goes from Tauson, 30-15. Under 2, is it? Okay. I mean, chat, let me know in the chat if you've taken your child to the tennis. I feel like it's one thing to take them to the tennis, but one thing to bring them to a match. Like, I think walking around and being at the facility and like taking them to the US Open and walking around with a stroller and stuff is fine. As Eala hits that wide and it's 30-all. But I think once you're sitting in the stands with a tiny baby, how do you bring a stroller to the stands? Like, I feel like that's one step too far. Taking them to the actual inside the arena, I think that's where it like becomes like too much. Walking around outside and like enjoying the festivities, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But it's when you have to like take them out of the stroller and then walk into the crowd and sit in the stands. That seems strange. To take a small child into the stands seems weird. Anyways, 30-40. Like that's like, that seems strange, especially because it's loud and it's cramped. I don't know. It seems tough. Anyways, seems like a lot of you were on the same page, so that's good. I say this because I saw someone with a baby, and I'm like, what the hell? But then also, Raducanu played a match a couple of weeks ago, and a baby in the crowd was like crying its eyes out and distracting them and stopping the match. So it's like, well, it's a question. 30-40. As the return goes down the line for a winner, there's the break. Tauson with a break in the third. All right. Responsible parents will never intentionally endanger their kids. Well, that's not what I was saying. I didn't say anything like that. With the weather being what it has, heat is dangerous. Okay. Imagine sitting behind a player and the baby is about to eat an ace to the face. Okay, well, that's a bit harsh. I don't think that's what's happening. I don't think the babies are sitting behind the court. When you're a parent, you sacrifice what you want for your kid. If you can't get a babysit, then you sacrifice. Okay. Yeah, I'm not judging the parents. I'm just like, it was just a strange thing to see I'm guessing like a 1-year-old child in the crowd. I don't know. That seems like a little too far. I don't know. Also, like, I feel like it would be more fun. Like, wouldn't you take like a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old, like when they get to that age, when it's like way more like they can remember it and it's more of an experience? I feel like that'd be way more enjoyable than having like taking a potato. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you'll remember it and there'll be a photo of them, but they won't remember anything and it wouldn't be like, they won't know. Doesn't make any sense. There's babies at baseball games all the time? That's insane. That seems crazy at baseball. Tennis is like, at least the crowd's like low key, but baseball is like loud. I've been to a baseball game. That sounds wild. 15 love. Anyways, moving on. Seems like we all somewhat agree that it is strange to take a baby to the tennis. It's like taking a potato. I call my friends' babies, like their kids, potatoes all the time. It's a term of endearment. It's Zeko's wide. My friends' kids are turning from they were potatoes, and now they're starting to become like little like humans. Like they're starting to react, but they were like potatoes. . 15-0. As Tauson serves. An ace. 30-15. Sabalenka struggling. Oh no, now what? What are you talking about? It's 5-0. She's serving. What are you talking about? Struggling. It's 5-5. All right, forehand goes into the backhand of Eala. Slice from Tauson as Eala drop shot in the net. 40-15. As Eala, Tauson hits an ace, and it's 3-1 in the third. I can safely say that none of my kids or grandkids were ever like potatoes. Mischief in their eyes from day one. Okay. All right, 3-1. 6-1. No, it's 3-1. So don't see the back end of Tauson. Return goes into the front of Eala. Tauson with a pass. Now it's too good. Love 15. Love 15. They're new to the world. We must cut them some slack. No, it's not the baby's fault. I'm saying that, like, it's not even. We're not saying it's a bad thing. As Tauson hits a return, slice winner. Love 30. I just wanted to know. I mean, look, I have no problem. I mean, if you want to take your kid to the tennis, great. I don't know how I'd feel if I was sitting next to somebody who brought a baby to the tennis and that baby started to cry or, I don't know. I don't know if I would like to sit in the crowd next to somebody who had a 1-year-old. Holding a 1-year-old, like I don't think that would be fun. But I mean, I have no problem with people taking their kids to the tennis. Go for it. Love 40. As Eala saves one, 15-40. 15-40. You put the shirts on the wall. Nice. Yeah. Put those ones on the wall. As the return goes into the forehand of Eala, and Eala in the net. Cam, can you give some credit for shots that Tauson's making? No. I will not. All right, 4-1. Tauson is playing a hell of a lot better than the first set, though. And she's not letting the crowd get to her like in the first set. Eala has definitely dropped low level as well. Eala's making a lot more errors. Maybe it's a fatigue thing. But Tauson's playing better, yes, than the first set. But a lot of things are different from that first set. The crowd are not going crazy as they were. No, because her name is not Eala. Thanks. Oh, Mo, you took my joke so serious. I'm so sorry that you can't have fun. Oh, I'm sorry, Mo. Sorry, Mo. I was making a joke. I'm sorry. I forgot that we can't tell jokes. I was making a joke. See, other people thought it was funny. They laughed. Laughed. Apology accepted. No, I take it back. My apology is retracted. I'm not sorry. But you're right. Tauson's playing better. Eala definitely dropped her level at the start of the second, which then made the crowd shut the hell up, and Tauson then, was able to concentrate more. But I wouldn't say Tauson's playing like way better and amazing tennis. We've definitely seen her play better, but she has sorted it out. But part of that is because of the crowd. The crowd haven't had anything to talk about. You're racist against Scandinavians. Dude, I don't think you know what that word means. All right. Love 15. You see, Mo took that way too serious. Mo, just take 5, all right? Just breathe. Breathe, Mo. Breathe, Mo. All right, love 15. As the return goes in the net from Eala, it's 15-0. Sabalenka won the first set. Nice. Love 15. So 15-0 as the return goes the forehand of Tauson. Then Eala goes down the line for a winner. All right. $15.30. 15.30. Eala trying to get one of these breaks back. As the return goes the backhand of Tauson. 4 now from Eala is a drop shot, but it's in the net. 30-0. Cam is losing a big match of Sabalenka, and because he is Eala fanboy. Hey, Joseph, why don't you shut up and stop being a crybaby? 30-0. Why don't you stop crying? Relax. It's not that deep. 30-0. As Tauson serves. This match is good, though. Exactly. Ace down the tee. All right. Tauson servers come to the rescue. 40-30. Jokes aside, Eala's not getting lucky with these draws. Yeah, I know. She's getting a shit end of the draw, for sure. All right, 40-30. As the return goes into the forehand of Tauson. Tauson puts it away. All right, 5-1. Tauson is settled. 5-1. 5-1. Okay. All right, Eala serving to stay in the match. 5-1. By the way, Deb, 19 and 11. Jesus. So that person's on the list. Love 15. Love 15. By the way, chat, those people that don't like Eala, do you have hobbies? Love 15. As the return goes in the forehand of Eala. That's a good shot. 15-0. Carlos better lock in tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be fun. I'm excited to watch Opelka Alcaraz. $29-6 is wild. 15-0. Is it a backhand now from Tauson goes long. 30-15. Tauson's still looking a little annoyed. She's winning, so it's not as annoying, but 30-15. There's a bit of fault, second serve. All right, 30-15. As the backhand return goes out by Tauson, 40-15. Opelka doesn't stand a chance realistically. Yeah. Like, I think, I said in my preview, like, I think that Opelka can win a set, but it'll probably be a tiebreak. Like, maybe he takes, like, the second set in a tiebreak or something. But I don't think Alcaraz is going to lose. As the return goes out by Tauson. All right, 5-2. Eala holds. And Eala's trying to get the crowd involved. She's smart. And the crowd oblige. 5-2. Eala overrated. Dude, your name is TikTok viral. You're overrated. You named yourself after an app. Bro, relax. I'm not triggered. But seriously, though, why didn't you get a real name? Yeah, I could see Opelka winning the second set or a third set tiebreak, but I don't think Alcaraz is going to lose. Alcaraz losing would be ridiculous. Over 5 sets, or even over 4 sets, Opelka would have to win like 4 tiebreaks. 3 tiebreaks. Eala is all about hype, nothing special about her. Do you need a hug? I'm sorry, somebody hug that guy. That guy needs a hug. I know it's Sunday and it's like, work tomorrow, but god damn. It's not Eala's fault you have to go to work. Shit. Somebody give that guy a hug. All right. Eala needs to move Tauson around. I feel she isn't anticipating on rallies well right now. Yeah. All right, here we go. Tauson serving the match. Also, probably Eala needs to get a couple of second serves because Tauson's first serve's gotten a lot better, it seems, in the last couple of sets. As the return goes back into Tauson, she hits a drop shot. Eala gets there, but it's out. 15 love. It's quite special, Eala's ability to make grown men lose their shit. I know, right? That's crazy. It's crazy. 15 love. As the return goes into the forehand of Tauson. Backhand from Eala is a winner. 15-all. All right, and the crowd go wild. 15-all. I tell you what, if Tauson throws in a double fault and the crowd go wild, that might help. All right, 15-all. Serve again. There's a bit of fault from Tauson. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve into the back of Eala. Good return. Tauson gets it back. Goes long though. 15-30. All right, 15-30. Thanks for covering this match. I only watch tennis if Eala's playing. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you for the positive comment. You are a shining light in the world. We need more people like you. 15-30. As the return goes in the net, good serve. 30-all. 30-all. By the way, Rick, stop being a dick. Leave Doctor alone. They are a shining light in this world. You should learn from their example. 30-all. We've got a fault second serve. Big chance here for Eala to get a break point. Oh, double fault. Chat, I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard, chat. Did I not say that? The crowd went wild. 30-40. Chat, I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard. 30-40. Breakpoint Eala. Chat, did I not just say double fault? If a double fault happens, it would be interesting. It's not a curse if I predicted it. Curse is when the opposite happens. You don't know what a curse means. 30-40. I'm not a curse wizard. Backhand return from Eala. That's a winner, chat! I'm on fire! Day one and I'm already predicting the future. All right. It's not a curse if it's true. It's not a curse if it happened. Shut up. I'm a wizard. 5-3. Tennis wizard over here. That's me. I'm a tennis wizard. Mia, I'm a tennis wizard. She's like, shut up, please. Sorry, Mia. Sorry, Mia. She's like, I don't know what she's saying. All right, we're nearly back on serve. Not yet, though. This is a very important game because what could happen is as soon as she gets back to break, she could get broken here. So this is a very important game. Eala needs all first serves. She serves in the forehand of Tauson. Tauson in the net. There's one. 15 love. 15 love. As the Eala serves again. That's a fault. Second serve. Serve to the back and Tauson. Return the net. Jeez, two very bad return. Well, the second one was terrible from Tauson. 30 love. All right, 30 love. And then a serve down the tee. That's a great serve. Return goes in, and then Eala puts it away. 40 love, and this crowd has come back to life. 40 love. The next game's going to be very interesting. 40 love. Stop starting Mirra up. She deserves a treat now. No, she's just what? She's... Chad, I'd love a donation. Can I get a donation? $5. I'll go back to bed. $5, please. All right, 40 love. As that goes out on the forehand, and it's 40-15. She doesn't want a treat. She wants money. Don't you, Mia? You want money, don't you, Bubba? Don't you? Where'd you go? All right, 40-15. 40-15. Eala serves. And Tauson returns to the backhand of Eala. Tauson backhand again. Into the forehand of Eala. Tauson with a forehand. Again to that Eala backhand. Another forehand from Tauson. Eala on the stretch. Goes long. 40-30. 40-30. Still game point. Oh, sorry. I thought I pressed the right button. Sorry. She disappeared. 40-30. Sorry, I thought I went back to the thing. Anyway, 40-30. Serve to the back of Tauson, returning the forehand of Eala. And she hits a winner. Okay. Here we go. This is a big game now. Eala gets back to 5-4. The crowd are going nuts. And Tauson's giving the coach a look like, oh no, what's the next game going to be like? This next game is going to be crazy. Especially if Tauson starts missing serves. Things are going to get wild. All right. 5-4. 5-4. 5-4. Let's see if Tauson can hold her nerve this time. Why is the crowd for Eala? because they know what's up. A lot of Philippines flags as well. And they're dancing, they're having a great time. Hey, Mirik, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome back. Eala, she is fighting. Yep. I'm new to tennis. That's all right. There's a lot of people from the Philippines there. Marijan's out. Okay. Jam-packed stadium. Yep. All right. Tauson needs first serves. If she gets first serves, she will win. All right. 2 hours played, by the way. We do have Djokovic coming up in 3 hours. We got a little bit of time between now and then, but here we go. Tauson serve for the match again. Fault on the first serve. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault. Magic. CLYV, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Love 15. The crowd go wild. Again, that's going to be so annoying. Remember the crowd in the first set, super annoying. 2,000. A round of applause, standing ovation for a double fault? That sucks. That hurts. Anyways, Tauson hits a forehand winner. No. Eala got it back, but it went wide. 15-all. 15-all. Needs first serves here, Tauson. She's won 82% of first serve points in this third set. She needs first serves. She serves out wide the back of Eala. Return goes to the back of Tauson. That's a drop shot. Eala gets it. And Tauson gets it back with a slice, but it's wide. She hit a first serve and she lost the point. I lied. 15-4. She needs a miracle. 15-30. Eala a chance to get back on serve. A chance to get back on serve. $15-30. All right, we get a fault. Second serve. Lady.
Treat for Mia, not her loud owner Smiley.
Thank you for the donation for my dog. Anyways, forehand goes in the volley of Eala. She puts it away. 15-40. I think Tauson's asking if Eala hit at the net. By the way, Eala's having fun now. She's laughing. She's celebrating. I think did Tauson ask for a replay? Eala definitely didn't hit the net. Tauson's asking for a replay because the ball might have... It's kind of like what happened with Pegula last week in the doubles. I don't think Eala overstepped the net, but we're going to see a replay. Again, I don't think they're going to explain this to the crowd very well, so people are going to be confused, but... So Tauson's asked for a replay to see whether or not Eala hit the ball before it went over the net. But I don't think she did, because she didn't really volley. She just kind of put the racket to the side and hit the winner. I don't think she touched the net or anything. I think this is just a hope. It didn't look like, Eala didn't really swing for the ball. She kind of just put the racket out. So I don't think Eala overstepped the mark, but we'll see. She didn't touch the net either, I don't think. Unless her foot touched the net, maybe. By the way, this replay is taking forever. Hello, wakey wakey. We need to watch the replay. Hello, Hawkeye. Hello. Oh, that's close. But it is not. She hit the ball. She hit the ball on her side of the net. It was very close. Valid. Tauson thinking it's out. Tauson thinks she should have won the point. Eala hit the ball on her side of the net. It was very close, though. It was almost in line with the net. She didn't hit it. Tauson thinks it was she hit it when it was over the net. It was before it went over the net. That's not true. You can tell by it. She hit the ball, hit the racket just on the other side. Again, tennis doesn't know how to do this yet. We don't know how to do this. But what we need to do, we need to see a replay like in when they do goal technology, whatever it's called. You know the goal line technology they do in the football? We need that. Where they show the ball and how many inches and millimeters it was over the line for a goal. We need that in tennis for these situations. It happens once every never, but this is when we need that technology. Because we need to see where Eala hit the ball, was it over the line? Was it on the line? Where was it when it comes to in line with the net? We need to have that technology. It's in other sports. We can get into tennis. We just don't do it yet because we don't know how to do it. Replays are new. We started using video replays for the first time in forever. And Eala's going, hang on, what the hell's going on? Nah, Tauson's wrong. Tauson's wrong. No way. Well, you just need to draw a line from the bottom of the screen to the top. Just put a line down the middle, and you can see the ball is on Eala's side when she hit it. Tauson's I don't know what's going on. Somebody draw Tauson a line on the screen. Just draw a red line. It's easy. And you can see that Eala's hit it on her side. It's fine. You can tell. Tauson's wrong. The ball went over. Eala contacted the ball on her side. You just need to draw a red line to show the difference. It's hard to see without putting a line in the middle. Even the umpire's yeah, it went over her side. It was close. It was close, and this might ruin Tauson's day. She might lose this match now because the crowd's already starting to get on her back. She's double folding. She's had 2 breaks of serve. She's losing her mind. She was down 5-1. She's up 5-1. She's down break points. That was Eala's point. And Tauson's thinking that she got robbed. And they're not changing that. It was close, though. It was very, very close. It was very close. Sabalenka won? No, she hasn't finished yet. But that was Eala's point. It was very close. We just need to do better with that technology because that was a situation we needed to actually show the line of where the ball had to be hit from. Double fault. See, it's affected her. She's hit 2 double faults in this game and then that point, and now it's 5-all and Eala's back. Tauson is in trouble. This is bad. By the way, Eala is all about the hype, nothing special about her. Colossus, you're either a bot and just keep repeating yourself, or you're not watching the match at all because she every time just keeps saying it because she keeps winning when you say it. So you're a wizard, Harry. All right, we're back on serve. 5-5. Tauson's got to figure it out because she could easily lose this 7-5 and then tell the press conference that it was because of that call, which is not true because that call was Eala's point. Double fault. I love 15. Now Eala's got all the momentum. She's got an opponent who's pissed off and losing her cool. Eala can't give this game away. They did the replay. The umpire can see it. Tauson needs to let it go. Yeah. And then Tauson in the net. And Tauson's going to... I feel like Tauson's going to use that as a reason why she lost. Which is not true because she was up 5-1. And it was 1 point. And it wasn't on a break point. It was to set break point up. So Tauson needs... If Tauson does lose this match, she cannot blame the one bad call. If she thought it was bad. It wasn't a bad call. I mean, Tauson was up 5-2 serving for the match and then 5-4 serving for the match. So 1 point did not decide this match. Backhand slice goes down the line to the backhand slice of Tauson. Tauson hits it out. 30-15. And if this is a huge moment for Tauson to figure it out. Because if she loses this match, it's not anyone else's fault. It's her own fault. No one took this match from her. She lost this match if she loses. And I mean, Eala won it. She's done well to get back. But Tauson double folding. Tauson's serve not working when she needs it to work. Tauson is being the reason why this is not this has not gone her way. 30-15 as Eala hits a lovely backhand. Up goes a lob. In from Tauson, backhand from Eala. As Tauson with the forehand down line goes wide. 40-15. Come on, Papa. What is it? 40-15. Next game's going to be real interesting if Tauson has to serve to stay in the match. 40-15. 40-15. Eala serves. Into the back of Tauson. Return goes back into Eala. Tauson with the forehand down the line. Eala gets it with a forehand cross. Tauson backhand. Again to the forehand of Eala as Tauson slice. Drop shot winner. All right, 40-30. Is the rule the racket cannot cross the net or the ball cannot cross the net on the other side? I mean, this is where I'm pretty sure, and I have to triple check, but I'm pretty sure that it is if you have to contact the ball on your side. Now, again, if I drew a line up the middle of the screen and saw where the ball was hit from, it was hit on the other side. So the thing is, and we'll talk about it a little bit after this, 40-30. I should probably just draw it on the screen. I'll draw it on my whiteboard. All right, return goes in the back end of Eala. Forehand from Tauson. Into the back end of Eala. Tauson with the forehand of the stretch in the net. All right. 5 games in a row. Eala's got the 6-5. All right, so this is what, again, this is what we were watching, right? So you have a player here. You had the net, right? The player hits the ball, right? There's the player. So you're not allowed to lean over the net and hit the ball before it comes over. So the ball's coming this way, right? Right? The ball's coming over the net. You can't hit the ball before it goes over the net. You have to wait till the ball to come over the net before you can hit it. Now, you can obviously hit a volley, but you're not allowed to hit the ball. You're not allowed to lean over the net and hit the ball before it comes to your side, right? So that's what the dispute was. But when you watch the replay, and at least when we saw the replay on the screen, I saw it, Eala hit the ball like here. So it was right on the line, the invisible line. Now, Tauson thought that Eala hit the ball earlier than that, but she might not have been able to see the replay. It's not easy to see from the sidelines. But yeah, you're not allowed to hit the ball before it comes over the net. That's the rule. Now, does that mean that it has to be like fully over this invisible line? Does it mean that it has to be, I'm not exactly sure the extent of it. It has to be the whole ball has to be over the line, or like the ball you have to hit the ball, you have to contact the ball, but the ball can still be on the line, but you have to hit the ball behind that line. I'm guessing that you have to, if you contact the ball, but again, if you watch that replay and you drew a line up the middle of the screen, you could see that the ball and Eala's racket were both on her side before she hit the ball, before the ball went over the net. Oh, sorry, before as the ball was on her side. So again, I don't think Tauson was robbed. We'll only know if, but what are they saying on the TV? Are they saying anything on TV? Love 15. As a backhand return now from Eala to the backhand of Tauson, sliced into the backhand of Eala. Tauson with the forehand. As Eala backhand again, the forehand of Tauson. Eala backhand again. Tauson with the forehand again to the backhand of Eala, and Eala in the net. Oh, 15-0. Yeah, and there was 2 double faults in that game from Tauson as well, so she was probably not happy about that as much as she was unhappy about the call. It definitely looked like it was on Eala's side of the net. Yeah. Again, I'm not sure exactly if the ball has to be fully over the net before you hit it, or if you have to, like, is it you have to contact the ball on your side. But again, it looked like it was pretty obviously on on Eala's side when she hit the ball. So that's totally legal. Backhand goes down the line. The backhand of Eala. Forehand from Tauson. Eala with the backhand on the stretch. Tauson. Forehand again to the slice of Eala. And then Tauson backhand again. The backhand of Eala, who hits a winner. 15-30. Oh, no. This would be a horrible loss for Tauson, who's had a very good season. Hey, thank you, JR, for the super sticker. Appreciate that. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You cannot touch the net during the play. Yeah, you're not allowed to touch the net, but this wasn't about touching the net. This was about hitting the ball before it went over the net. Because you're not allowed to hit the ball before it goes over the net. All right, return goes in the forehand of Tauson. Eala gets it back. Tauson with a slice down the line. Eala's there with the backhand. It's Tauson forehand into the front of Eala. Oh, Eala hit it long. 30-all. Yeah, Eala was down 1-5. She was down 5-1. All right. All. Serve to the backhand of Eala. Return goes into the backhand of Tauson, who hits it wide. Eala has got a match point. What a return. What a fight back. She has gotten a little help, though, from Tauson. Tauson definitely has given a little bit of free points at the right time, and also the frustration of that point that happened. But Eala's been a fighter. And she's got match point to knock out the 14th seed. Serve into the back of Eala. Return goes in the front of Tauson. Eala with a forehand again to the backhand of Tauson. Into the front of Eala. Tauson backhand again. Into the front of Eala on the stretch. Tauson goes down the line. Eala gets there, but it's wide. Jeez, Eala went all out on that point. She couldn't get there. We get the deuce. Eala did everything she could to try and win that point. All right, deuce. Serve again. Eala gets it back, but it's wide. Advantage Tauson. Advantage Tauson. What's up, Mia? Advantage Tauson. To just stop this run of games and get to a tiebreak. Serve to the back of Eala. Return goes to front of Tauson. Eala backing on the stretch. Tauson forehand down the line as Eala on the stretch goes. Cross-court in the net. All right, tiebreak. You want to say something? What do you want to say? You want to see what all the fuss is all about, eh? You want to say, what's your opinion on it? What do you think happened, Mia? Where did the ball go? Where was the ball? Where was it? All right. Here we go. Match point has been saved. Let's see if Tauson can get out of this match, or if Eala's going to win this. It's a 10-point tiebreak because we're at a Grand Slam. 10-point tiebreak final set. Remember, we're in a tie. It's a Grand Slam. 10-point tiebreak. Backhand goes in from Eala to the slice of Tauson. Tauson in the net. One love to Eala. First to 10. It's first to 10 here. 1-0 Eala. By the way, chat. Second match we've watched. One of the matches of the day already. 1-0. It's just a long tiebreak, this one. Serve again. Is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. So, Sabalenka did win. There you go. Sabalenka won. As Tauson hits a lovely forehand winner. 1-1. 1-1. Tauson serves fault, second serve. Second serve. Oh, double fault. Tauson's serve has just disappeared. Her serve has just abandoned her. All right, Eala with the mini break. As Eala hits the backhand, cross-court winner, 3-1. 3-1. All right, 3-1 Eala. It's only one mini break, though. And it was a double fault. I mean, Tauson's double faults are why she's in this position. She had a double fault serving for the match the first time. She had 2 double faults serving for the match the second time. And she's hit a double fault in the tiebreak. Return goes into the front of Eala. Tauson with the forehand into the back of Eala. That's a great shot. Tauson scrambles. Hits a slice deep into the front of Eala. Again to the front of Tauson. Eala with a slice. Tauson slices back. With a forehand from Eala down the line. Tauson gets there with a forehand into the front of Eala. Oh, and Eala hits it out. We're back on serve. 3-2. When it's first to 10. First to 10. Ming.
This is for the cute dog.
Hey, that's you, Ming. You're the cute dog. CL. Thank you for the donation. Cheers, Eala. What a fighter. Yep. We're back on serve now. The match has gone for 222. Crazy. Anyways, first serve's a fault. Tauson's serve has abandoned her. Second serve into the front of Eala. Good return. Tauson gets it back. Eala back in inside our winner, though. Thank you, Goats Love Gold, for the 34 months as well. Appreciate that. 4-2, they change ends. Oh, damn it. All right, 4-2. Four, two. Four, two. Four, two. It's only 1 minute break. And the crowd's gone wild. Tauson's getting annoyed. But she's been annoyed with this crowd since the start. Uchiyama just saved 7 match points against Danilovic. Ouch. That sucks. All right, backhand goes in from Tauson. That's a winner. We're back on serve. 4-3. If Tauson just gets first serves in, she should be able to get out of this match. But the first serve is going to be the key. By the way, my match is up 2-11 a break. Sabalenka won earlier. Penko's about to start. All right. As Eala serves again. The backhand of Tauson. Eala forehand. Goes out. Sorry, now we're back on serve. Sorry, it wasn't a mini break back. It was Tauson held the serve. But now it's a mini break back and it's 4-all. First to 10. What a match, chat. What a match. 4-4. As Eala says a fault. Second serve. All I hope for this is that Eala's not thinking about what happened in Eastbourne. That's the only thing I'm hoping. Great second serve. Tauson hits a long on the return. 5-4. Because I tell you, this will go a long way to getting rid of that memory if she can win this match. All right, 5-4. For Eala. But we're on serve. If you're just joining us, Eala was down 1-5 in this third set. And with the help of Tauson and a little bit of fortune, as Eala hits the drop shot winner at 6-4, she was able to fight back. And now she is 6-4 in the tiebreak. It's first to 10. Please don't put scores in the chat. All right, 6-4. Tauson just can't win 2 points in a row. All right, 6-4. Tauson serves a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the back of the Tauson, Eala on the attack. As Tauson forehand again, the back of Eala. Into the forehand of Tauson, Eala. Down the line, backhand winner. 7-4. She's got the double mini break now. 7-4. Eala. All right. Is it something new, first to 10? Not at Grand Slams. It's the final set tiebreak is always first to 10 at Slams now. That is the rule. All the Slams have agreed to that rule for the last couple of years. All right, 7-4. As Eala backhand into the forehand of Tauson on the stretch. Eala backhand down the line. Beautiful shot. 8-4. They change ends. They got to change ends. The umpire has to tell them. The players don't know. 8-4. They change ends. Man. And again, I'm super keen to see what Tauson says in the press conference, because if she blames anything but her double faults, it's not gonna be good. Like if she says the crowd were disrespectful or the umpire was wrong with the call and says that's why I lost, that is not right. That is not correct. That is incorrect. Double faults at crucial times, missing first serves, and letting the situation get to her is what has lost her this match. Also, with Eala playing well. Eala playing a very good game and a very aggressive game has also been a problem. But if Tauson says anything but, like if she blames anything but herself, she should, that is not correct. She is incorrect. That is not what happens. They didn't make her lose. Backhand goes down the line, the back of the Tauson. Tauson is a winner. Okay, but she ain't done yet. It's not over yet. She gets one mini break back. I mean, double faults when you're one of the best servers on the planet at crucial times, that's not what she's been doing this year, Tauson. That was the worst thing that happened. Now, those double faults at, two double faults at 5-4. All right, 8-5. Eala. As Tauson hits the forehand into the forehand of Eala. Eala, ooh. Was that in? No. The crowd thought it was in. 8-6 Eala. That would have been crazy. 8-6 Eala. Tauson survives for now. 7 to the backhand of Eala. Return goes in. Tauson on the attack. As Eala backhand goes wide. Okay. 8-7 Eala. It's on her racket. This is on Eala's racket. She's already had a match point. This would be a huge win. Like I said, the biggest win since Miami, ranking-wise. She hasn't beaten someone this high up in the rankings since Miami. Serving to the back of the Tauson. Return goes in the back of Eala. Tauson forehand. Into the forehand of Eala. As Tauson back in on the stretch. Eala's going for it. As she goes forehand down the line. Tauson goes cross court. Eala gets it back. Tauson comes in. Puts it away. 8-all. Tauson too good. 8-8. All right, this is the biggest point of the match. 8-all. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to watch Eala in the future. I don't know when, but we will. Maybe on Wednesday. As we're going to find out from Eala, that goes in. That's a great shot. Eala's got another match point. It's on Tauson's serve. 9-8 Eala. What a forehand. You know what I love about Eala? Is that in the crucial moments, when players play nervous and they play safe, she does not. That's what you got to love about her. 8-all, she goes, I'm going for a forehand winner. And if she misses that, it sucks. But when it goes in, she is not scared. Like, that is such a gutsy move. All right, 9-8. Eala's got a match point again. Tauson serves. Into the back of Eala. Return goes back into Tauson. Eala backhand again to the back of Tauson. As Eala forehand in the net. Oh, Tauson hit the baseline. And it's 9-all. They change hands. That was close. Tauson survives again. This next point's huge. Tauson's serve. This is when she needs her best serve right now. She's been serving not great lately. Tauson needs her first serve to come and save her. Her old, faithful, reliable serve. The thing that has gotten her to a career high ranking this year, beating the world number 1 and 2 in the last couple of months. That's what's gotten her here. This serve. She needs it to save her today. 2.5 hours played. She serves. A fault. Second serve. In to the back of Eala. Return to the forehand of Tauson. Tauson in the nets! It's 10-9. Eala's got a match point on her serve. Oh no, the serve. What'd I say about the serve, chat? What'd I say? What did I say about the serve? First serves were required and it disappeared. Her first serve abandoned her. All right. Eala's got a match point on her serve to take a humongous win for her. 10-9. Serving to the back of Tauson. Return is in to the front of Eala. As Tauson backhand down the line. Goes in. The crowd said it was out. Hawkeye said it was good. What a winner by Tauson. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. That could have gone out and that would have been it. It was close. 10-all. Eala serves. Into the back of Tauson. Back now Eala. As Tauson backhand goes into the front of Eala. Tauson on the stretch. In the net. 11-10. Fourth match point for Eala. Fourth match point. 11-10. But it's on Tauson's serve. Tauson has had 0 match points. She's been 2 points away, but no match points. Match point number 4 for Eala. 11-10. Tauson serves in the back of Eala. Return goes in the front of Tauson. Eala, forehand. Again, the front of Tauson on the stretch. Eala's going for it. As she goes forehand down the middle. Tauson gets it back. As Eala backhand in the net. I love that Eala goes for it. Because if she wins, she does not want to lose this match because her opponent, or she got nervous and her opponent won that way. She wants to go out by winning this match or losing this match on her racket. Eala's trash. Bro, you suck. 11-all. I love that Eala is like, despite it being like the scariest situation and the most nerve-wracking point, she's like, I'm going to go for it anyway. It's match point. I'm going to try and win this off my racket, you know? And yeah, she hit an error, but it was on her terms. She hit that error. Serve. Into the backhand of Eala, return. Into the backhand of Tauson. Eala in this rally now. And she hits another winner. On the baseline, it's 12-10, 12-11. Match point number 5. Tauson just can't get to match point. Eala's just playing too aggressive. Match point number 5. Yeah. What's up? Hello. All right. 12-11 to knock out the number 14 seed. I want to see the handshake. Serve. Into the forehand of Tauson. Return goes in the forehand of Eala. Tauson with a forehand. Again to the forehand of Eala. It's Tauson on the stretch. Goes cross court. Eala backhand. Into the forehand of Tauson who goes down the line. Eala in control. Tauson forehand again on the stretch. Goes out! Eala wins! What a comeback! From 5-1 down. It took her a lot of match points. But she gets her best win since Miami. The crowd are going wild. Tauson's going to be pissed in the press conference. I'm here. I'm all for it. I want to hear it. It was a very normal handshake. No hugging, just a handshake. Eala wins. That arguably her best result. I know she's beaten some big names, but that could have been her best win yet. Also, after what happened in Eastbourne, the devastation of that final, totally gone by winning this match. Maybe not totally, but that's gone for sure. Coming back from that point and doing what she did in final, like having match points, not taking them, tie break at the end, as a little bit of a fight back. By the way, Eala played a hell of a match to start. Her last 2 matches, she won the first set 6-3, lost the match in 3. She was down 5-1. It could have been the same thing that would have happened at Wimbledon, where she started great and then she just faded away. Tauson, by the way, again, she shouldn't have lost that. The way she's serving this year, Tauson, 2 chances to serve for it, stuffing it up both times. And I know that the controversy will be the shot that Eala hit that was very close to the net, but that was at 15:30. And again, if you look at the replay or you look at it, it's more on Eala's side and it's more in her favor than it would have been against. So the umpire made a call. It was a close call, but it was probably the right call. I don't think Tauson can say that she was robbed. Also, Tauson double faulted twice. So, I mean, in that same game. So you can't say that was the point that decided, because there was a lot of points before that where Tauson shouldn't have given it away. So we'll find out what she says. I'm excited. Not excited, but I'm interested to see what Tauson says in the press conference. And about the crowd, which I don't think were that bad. I know they were very supportive, but they definitely weren't like the French Open crowd. Like, they were not like disrespectful, and they were loud and they were very one-sided, but they weren't. I think it was acceptable. But again, I want to hear what she says, because I'm sure that will also be brought up. But what a win for Eala. What a win. Now she gets second round US Open and breaks the 3-match losing streak too, which is also a good thing. By the way, don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't, make sure you like the video as well on the way out if you're leaving. We have Djokovic coming up in a couple of hours, so we've got some time now between. But what a win. What a win. Tauson won't do a press conference? No, she will. Because she's got to do a press conference in the doubles if she plays that. So, I mean, she's going to have to face the press eventually, so she'll probably do it today. I mean, yeah. I mean, look, if Tauson is going to talk, and look, the media are going to bring it up because that's their job. They're going to ask her about the call. They're going to ask her about the crowd. They're going to ask her about the double faults because that's their job. But I'm interested to see what her answers are because, again, Tauson, I don't think can blame the crowd. She can't say that it was because of that one point that changed everything, because it didn't really. It was like she served for the match before that thing happened. So, you know, her double faults and her serve abandoned her in the tiebreak too. Her first serve wasn't hitting when she needed it. You know, that was more accurate. But what a win. Also, Eala, just fighting. I mean, Eala's stubborn. Even though she was down 5-1, she did not play any different than she was at the start of the match. She was aggressive. It was Eala was a great attitude. Eala's got a great attitude. That's why I don't understand why people don't like her. People don't like people liking her. That's what it is. It's not that they don't like her. It's not personal. It's just they don't like the people that like her, or don't like the amount of support she gets. But I mean, she's such a fighter. It's so much she's so fun to watch. She's such a fighter and such just never gives up. Down a double break in the third in a Grand Slam match against someone who's playing really well. And she fights back from 5-1 down. I mean, come on now. You predicted correctly. Thank you. Yeah, I did. But yeah. I believe she can win this thing into the finals. Okay. Well, who does Eala play now? Because I don't know who she plays next. Whoever she plays next should be the favorite now because she just beat the number 14. So, Buksha or Liu? That's a winnable match. Eala should win her next round unless she's tired, but Eala should win her next round. Sabalenka in the fourth round. I tell you what, Sabalenka, seeing that result after winning her match today, she's thinking, good. Because Tauson beat Sabalenka earlier this year. So Tauson out is a massive favor. A massive favor for Sabalenka. Sabalenka's now got to play Fernandez, Mertens, Eala, potentially. One of them in the fourth round or one of them early. So, yeah, that's a huge relief for Sabalenka because Tauson is scary. And, yeah, that's a huge relief. Buksha versus Liu, winner of Buksha versus Liu. Yeah. So either way, I mean, they're not easy opponents, but, I mean, if you can beat Tauson, she should definitely be confident in the next one. What a win. Great win for Eala. Yeah, like I said, it's the best win she's had since Miami. She hasn't had a win over a top 20 player since then. We all know what happened in Miami and the run that she had. She lost to Vondi in Montreal. She lost to Krejcikova at Wimbledon. The last time she beat someone this high ranked in the top 20, she did beat Penko, but that was a retirement. So, I mean, technically top 20. But 15 in the world or higher. Swiatek was the last one. The last time she beat anybody in the top 15. In fact, her record against top 20 players this year is 3 wins, 3 losses. That's not bad against top 20. 4-3. 4 wins, 3 losses for Eala against top 20 players. That's pretty damn good. Positive record against top 20, and some of those were top 10. Keys, Swiatek, Badosa was just outside. I mean, Badosa doesn't really count as a win, but they've chucked that in, I guess. Oh, no, that doesn't count. She lost to Pegula, Swiatek, Krejcikova, but she's beaten Tauson, Ostapenko, Swiatek, and Keys. So 4-3 is a damn good record against top 20. She's 6-5 against top 50s. So again, not bad. But she got a good record, Eala, against big names. And also, remember, against Krejcikova, she won the first set, lost the match. Against Swiatek, the second time, she won the first set, lost the match. So she doesn't get beaten easily when she loses to these players. Pegula, it was a 3-setter as well. So the matches she's lost against the top players have gone the distance. So again, that's impressive. Does it mean that she'll be top 10 tomorrow? No, because that's not how the rankings work. But does it mean that she's potentially going to be up there with those players soon? Maybe. How soon? That's what we'll watch and find out. That's an insane record for a top 20 player versus top 20 players record from outside the top 150. Well, yeah, when she started winning it, yeah, for sure. Remember, before this year, she had played 3 main draws. This is her first US Open main draw, her third Slam main draw. She didn't even qualify for the Australian Open. And now she's that's what, again, I don't understand why, and I do understand why people don't like Eala, but it's not because they don't like her. But she is so, like, get on board. I mean, there's so many good things about her game, the story. Like, she's such a fun, like, how can you not? She's an ultimate underdog at this point. Why wouldn't you like the underdog? What the hell? Just because she's got a lot of fans doesn't mean you can't be one of them. Don't be so hipster, you know. If she's good, she's good. Watch her. She's got so many good qualities. Why can't you enjoy her? The match almost slipped away from Eala again. Not really, though. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, you can look at that at the end, but Eala should never have even been in a position to win, really. Like, Eala shouldn't have gotten to, like, if Eala had lost, yeah, it would have sucked. Having match points and losing always sucks, but I don't think that, I mean, the fact that she was even got to match point from 5-1 down against somebody with a big serve like Tauson is crazy. The fact that she was able to fight back, had she have lost, yeah, it would have been heartbreaking, but it also would have been like, well, look, maybe next time if you don't go down 5-1, maybe you get that one. But she wins, so it's even more exciting. Eala is a danger opponent for anyone. Oh, yeah, for sure. Nobody wants to play Eala, especially when this crowd is clearly, is clearly going to be on her side. You know, I think anybody who plays Eala at this tournament is going to have to realize that they're going to have to play the crowd as well, unless they're American. Then maybe they get a little bit of a break. But yeah, I don't think Tauson. Like, I think that's what ruined Tauson in the first set was the fact that she didn't expect that the crowd were not going to be neutral. And that pissed her off a little bit, and she wasn't ready for that. And then the final set was a serve let her down. But yeah, and Eala was aggressive, like maybe a little bit surprisingly aggressive in the first set, which I don't think she was ready for. Maybe again, I think she might have underestimated Eala. I think Tauson might have underestimated her. Eala very pretty. Okay, I don't know that's what to do with her tennis though. More Filipinos in the crowd in round 2. Well, round 2, she'll either play an American or a Spanish player, and she's going to probably be on the same court or maybe like the second big court. I don't think they'll put her on a center court just yet, unless she plays Lou. If she plays Lou, maybe a center court. Nah, because she's going to play at the same time as. Like, there's too many Americans in the. Lou's not high enough ranked. But they might put her on Louis Armstrong. Maybe. Lehechka's in big trouble. Is he? Okay. What a start to the match, chat. To this tournament, I should say. What a crazy start. Other players tend to underestimate her lefty serve, and that's why she tends to win for the first set, and then people figure her out. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that seems to be, like, especially when they first play her. They've never played her before, and they, it becomes a bit of figuring it out as they go along, but yeah. Was the handshake cold? No, it was pretty normal. It was pretty straightforward. It wasn't like anything crazy. Fernandez versus Eala in the same bracket. Well, Fernandez has to beat Sabalenka if that's going to happen. Tien's going to win in 4 tonight. All I can say is that tonight's match is going to go slower than a snail. So I would be shocked if that match went less than 2.5 hours, 3 hours. If that match goes less than 3 hours, I would be surprised. Djokovic Tien is going to be very, very long. Hopefully for the right reasons, 5 sets. But sometimes matches are long for the wrong reasons, like slow. It's going to be a long match. I don't think that match is going to be over very fast. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. It's over. It's in 2 hours, by the way. I'm going to hear the conference speech. Well, they haven't done it yet. 3 hours minimum. Yeah, exactly. Even if it's straight sets. Djokovic does play long straight sets matches at slams. And remember, Djokovic hasn't played since Wimbledon, so, he's probably going to want to stay out there a little bit longer just to get ready, to warm up, Take his time, not rush, not be panicked. That was Raducanu's shortest ever win, ever WTA level match day. Really, the quickest match she's ever won. That's crazy. Good for her. It was only an hour, so that's not a surprise. Hard court is the only service technique or movement is not necessary. What? What do you mean? No, we're not. We're watching Djokovic next. After that match, we all need 2 hours to relax. Like I said, we're not going to be watching everything. I need to make sure I stress that because I'm not going to lose my voice on day 3. So I want to stress that don't expect me to watch every single match, at least early in the tournament. Later in the week, we will.
Cheers, Cam. Correct prediction again. Eala in 3, a wizard indeed.
Hey, thank you, Marla, and thank you, CL, for the donations. Appreciate it. Yeah. We will watch a lot of tennis this week, but we're not going to watch every match. Why not? Because if I can't speak by Friday, then I won't stream the second half of the tournament because I can't use my voice. So, again, we're going to I'm pacing myself this week. We're not going crazy. We're going to watch what we have to watch. We're going to watch the interesting matchups. And then, depending on what happens, we might add some extra matches. But we're not watching every player, every match. Because I am human. You do other things watching tennis? No, it's just that I can't talk for 18 hours, yell for 18 hours a day and maintain that. I can watch this US Open with a relaxed mind now. Nice. Match of the tournament already? I mean, you're not far off. I mean, this was definitely the best match one of the best matches of the day. Yeah, Kyrgios pulled out. Djokovic makes the semis again. It'll be his first time has the same result at all 4 slams in a year. Really? That's interesting. Which is a better match, this one or Eastbourne? Eastbourne was better. Because Eastbourne was way more, there was way more nerves in that one. This one was a great comeback. That probably shouldn't have happened if you're a Tauson fan. This is definitely didn't feel like, the Eastbourne final had a whole different level of, that was a whole different thing, whole different level. This was a great fight back, but it didn't seem like it had the same drama as that final. It had the drama of that that missed point or whatever it was, that umpire call, but the Eastbourne final was a lot more of a roller coaster of emotions. If Tauson had match points, maybe it would have been different, but because Tauson didn't have a match point, it didn't feel like as dramatic. If Tauson had match points, though, it would have been maybe it would have been a different story. All right. So what else is going on? Let me just update you while we've been watching this. So Manarino is destroying Greek sport, which is interesting. That's about it. Nothing else is happening yet. We've got Djokovic coming up in a couple of hours, so stay tuned for that. But what a start to the day. We had Raducanu winning easily, and then we had Eala winning in an epic. Then we've got Djokovic playing against Tien. And then tomorrow we've got a big day as well. Krejcikova and Boko tomorrow is going to be so much fun. Hopefully it could be like this match. So are you an Alex Eala fan now? What do you mean now? Yeah, this match changed my mind. Yeah. Now I'm a fan. Right now. This match, I'm convinced. Now I'm convinced. Yeah, Mboko Krejcikovic is going to be really fun. That's tomorrow. Mahatch won easily? Okay. Djokovic TM prediction? I made a video about it. You can go watch the video. Eala completed a comeback from the 3-set. Yeah, it was great. Great fight back. All right, chat. I'm going to send you over to the Djokovic match. It's coming up in a couple of hours' time. And then that's the day one over and done with. But what a day. What a great start to the day, or to the tournament. Fight back from Eala from the dead. Wins in 3 sets. Raducanu won earlier today. We've had a bunch of other stuff happen. Sabalenka won. We're going to watch her. Had matches not been as good. Like if maybe this match wasn't as interesting or other things that happened. But unfortunately, we didn't get to watch Sabalenka, but she won anyway, so we didn't miss anything. We'll watch Sabalenka next time. But Eala wins. She knocks out Tauson. Huge win for her. One of the best wins of her season. And she came back from 5-1 to do it. She wins the tiebreak. 13-11 in the tiebreak, I think. Crazy result. I'll see you guys in a few hours.